Hello dear participants, I welcome you all here in this lecture number 33 today. The title of today's lecture is Correlation Coefficient. Objectives of lecture number 33 are as follows. The first objective of today's lecture is to make you all familiar with the meaning of concept correlation coefficient. The second objective of today's lecture is to make you all familiar with the procedure to compute correlation coefficient using MS Excel and SPSS. And once we all are familiar with the procedure and once we are having the mathematical value in our hand, then we'll try to understand that how can we read and interpret that result. So let me start this lecture with the meaning of correlation coefficient. Let me explain you that what exactly does correlation coefficient measures. So correlation coefficient measures the relationship or the association between two or more variables, or in the other words, the correlation coefficient gives a mathematical value, that value which measures the strength of the linear relationship between two variables. So it has a two types, correlation has a two types, bivariate correlation and partial correlation. Bivariate correlation measures the strength of association between the two variables, and partial correlation measures the strength of the association between the two variables, keeping other factors constant. So in the today's lecture we are going to discuss on the bivariate correlation. We are going to see that how can we compute bivariate correlation using MS Excel and SPSS, and in the next lecture we'll go and we'll discuss the partial correlation in the next lecture. So let me take you all to the next slide. On any data, if we compute a correlation coefficient, we are going to get the mathematical value which lies between -1 and +1. In any case, we are not going to get value greater than +1 or less than -1. So in all the cases, we are going to get the values between -1 to +1, and whatever value that will get, on the basis of that value, that correlation coefficient or the correlation is classified into four different categories. The first category is, suppose if we get the mathematical value near to +1, like say that plus 0.92 or plus 0.82 plus 0.88, then those values represents that there is a high degree positive correlation between those two variables. Suppose I'm having a data with me, and suppose if I get a positive value near to 0, like say that 0.12 or 0.14 or 0.08, then those values represents that there is a low degree positive correlation between the two variables. Suppose if I am going to get the value near to -1, like -92, -82, then that represents that there is a high degree negative correlation. Why negative? Because here the sign is minus, negative sign. And if I am going to get the negative value near to 0, like minus say that 42, -32 or -18, then that represents that there is a low degree negative correlation between the two variables. To understand this in a better way, we are going to discuss few examples. Fine. But here is, before going to the example, here is the important note that the scatter plot help us to understand the association between two variables. So scatter plot is a kind of a chart that we can draw using MS Excel and SPSS, and this part already we have covered somewhere in the previous lectures, where we have seen that how to draw or how to construct different charts using MS Excel and SPSS. So let me take you to a few examples to explain the different types of the correlation coefficient. Suppose here are the two variables age and seek days, and I just want to find out that what type of the correlation coefficient or what type of the correlation exists between these two variables. So here are the two data sets. The first data set is here, the second data set is here on the same variable age and seek days. So this data set is from the different location and the second data set is from the different location. Now if I go further and if I draw the scatter plot, then I'll get this scatter plot for the this first data set, and for the second data set I'll get this scatter plot. Now if I look into these two scatter plots, what would be my observation? In the first scatter plot, say that here is the age on the OX axis and on the OY axis here are the seek days. Then it seems that here is a positive correlation. It means if my age is increasing, the seek days are also increasing. Fine. And these points, these circles, they are means the distance between these circles is not so far. They are not far from the each other. But in this case, in the second case, again here is the age and here are the seek days. Here also we'll find the positive correlation, but there is somewhat a distance between the different points. And this gap between those points is little high than this on the left hand side scatter plot. On the left hand side scatter plot, it represents us that here is the high degree positive correlation, and on the right hand side it tells us that low degree positive correlation. So the correlation is positive, but this is a low degree because that scatteredness is here, and here this is also positive correlation, but this is a high degree because they are very highly associated. The scatteredness is very less, and the same thing that we can explain using the mathematical value. Now suppose if I compute a correlation coefficient here, how to compute that part we'll discuss little later. But suppose if I get value here, this is 0.94 and this is near to +1. That is why it tells us that these two variables are having high degree positive correlation. And on the right hand side, this is not exactly near to 0, but this value is approaching towards 0 +0. That is why this is kind of a low degree positive correlation that we can say. Now if I go further and say that again, if I take two different data sets on two different variables. Now here I have changed my variables. Here is the age variable from the previous data set, but the second variable we have changed, and this is energy level. Now if as we all know, as the age increases, energy level it declines, and purposely we have taken the such variables that they will represent the negative kind of correlation. So if I now draw this scatter plot for this and for the second data set too, now if I carefully look into these two scatter plots, in the first scatter plot, say that here is age, and on the left hand side say that here is the energy level. Fine, in the both the cases, here on the left hand side energy level and on the OX axis here is the age. Now what's the difference between these two? This is high degree negative correlation. Negative correlation means if age is increasing, your energy level goes down, or if your energy level is up, it indicates your age is less. Fine, the same story is on the right hand side. Now this is negative but high degree. Why high degree? Because these points are very close to each other. And on the right hand side, this is kind of a low degree negative correlation. And why low degree? Because these points are far from each other. They are scattered. That scatteredness is little high here on the right hand side. Now if I compute correlation coefficient, I am going to get these values, and in these values, if I look here carefully, so this minus 0.98 is near to -1. So this value is approaching towards this, and this value actually approaching towards 0. That is why this is a low degree but negative correlation. This is high degree negative correlation. Now let me take you to one more example, and that is the last example here in correlation coefficient, age and energy level. Now if I go further and if I draw the scatter plot, is there any kind of relationship here? Say that here is the age and here is the energy level. Now I'll look into these points and I'm not going any trend. Means it doesn't seems like positive or it doesn't seems like negative. No, this is kind of neutral. this is kind of neutral. And if I compute the correlation, you can see that how much is the correlation coefficient? 0.06. It is very near to 0, and when it is very near to 0, it tells me that a very low degree, very low degree correlation. It tells me that we cannot explain using such a small number, means there is no kind of relationship between these two variables. So this is the way that we interpret those values, and these are the different 5 types: high degree positive correlation, low degree positive correlation, and no correlation or neutral kind of thing. So here is a high degree, here is a low degree. So here is on the left hand side high and on the right hand side low, but this is positive, this is positive, this is negative, and this is negative. Fine. And this is neutral, kind of 0. It is near to 0, means there is no correlation. Fine. So usually we don't work with this. We usually, whenever we are having a very meaningful variables, either we are going to get high or low positive degree correlation, or high degree and low degree negative correlation. We are going to get kind of different values. Anyhow, it was all about the types of correlation coefficient. Now let me take you here. So we are going to get the values between -1 and +1. If you are getting the value greater than 0.5, then that would be known as a high degree positive correlation. If you are going to get the value between -1 and -0.5, then that would be high degree negative correlation. And if we are getting values between these two things, -0.5 and +0.5, they are low degree, negative and positive respectively. And if the value approaching towards 0, a very near value, then it represents that there is no correlation. So this is the way that we interpret the values. Now let me take you to the procedure to compute the correlation coefficient. So first we'll go to the MS Excel. In MS Excel, for first time, first we'll go to the MS Excel here and we'll compute correlation coefficient. But before going to the correlation coefficient, let me take you to the scatter plot. I'll click on this, then I'll go to the scatter plot, and I'll get this scatter plot. So here are the two variables. The first variable is height, second is weight. So on the OX axis, say that here is height in centimeter, and on the Y axis, say that weight. So what is your opinion? What type of correlation is this? This is positive correlation because it looks like this. So this is positive. But high degree or low degree, what is your opinion? Simply looking at the graph, we can come to the conclusion it seems to be high degree positive correlation, because positively slope. Now how to compute that value? To compute that value, simply I'll go to the cell, I'll put equal to sign, and I'll start typing correlation, CORRE. So here is one function, inbuilt function is here, CORREL. I'll double click on this, then I'll select first this variable. So all the values from the first variable height I have selected, then I'll put the comma, then I'll select the values associated with the second variable weight, then I'll close the bracket and simply I'll press enter. As I press enter, I'll get the mathematical value that represents correlation coefficient, right? And this 0.81 is actually near to +1. That is why this is high degree positive correlation, and that value, it lies somewhere here. It is near to +1. That is why this is high degree positive correlation. So this is the way that we compute correlation coefficient here in the MS Excel. Now let me take you to the SPSS. So here is our file. Now the first step that we should take is to import the data. So simply I'll go to file, open, then I'll click on data, then I'll go to the appropriate file from which I just want to import my data. So I'll click on correlation, that MS Excel file. I'll click on open, then again I'll click on OK, and here is my data, height and weight. Then the first step here is to go to variable view and again redefine our variables and verify whether everything is fine or not. I'll give the labels and I'll arrange all other things, and then I'll go back to the data view. Now my data is ready to perform statistical treatment. Now here, to compute the correlation coefficient, simply I'll go to analyze, and in the analyze I'll go to the correlate. So here is one option, correlate, and in the correlate I'll go to the bivariate. So as I click on bivariate option, I'll get a new pop-up window, and here both the variables I'll place in this variable box. Now suppose if you are having plenty of variables with you have to identify the appropriate two variables for which you actually want to compute correlation coefficient. Fine. And that is the most difficult task. Once you are able to identify the appropriate two variables which can give you the value, mathematical value, for which you can go with the good or the proper interpretation. If you identify those variables and if you put those variables here, and if you follow the procedure which I am going to explain, then we are going to get the correlation coefficient for those different variables. So here we are having only two variables, height and weight. So I'll select both the variables and I'll put both the variables here in the variables, this thing, and then I'll just click on the Pearson correlation coefficient and simply I'll press on OK. I'll just click on OK. I'll get my result, and in this result I'm going to get the single table, and in this table I'm going to check the value associated with this Pearson correlation. So here is the value, and this value 0.81, it represents me correlation coefficient. Fine. And this value is actually near to +1. So it tells me that there is a high degree positive correlation between the height and weight of my respondents, the data which I have collected. So this is the way that we read and interpret this value. Now if I take you to the last slide of this lecture, in MS Excel we have got this output 0.81, and in SPSS we have got the same value 0.81. You go to MS Excel or you go to SPSS, you are going to get the same value. Fine, you are going to get the same value. So this was all about the correlation coefficient, and I hope you all have enjoyed this lecture and you will use this procedure and you will use this correlation coefficient in your research. So far this lecture is concerned, we'll stop here. See you soon in the next lecture with the partial correlation. Thank you.